Hello and welcome everybody to the Manic Medicine Podcast with your boy Steve B and Maggie. And this isn't a normal episode. We don't normally talk about this kind of thing. Well, we talk about whatever we like, but something popped up on the intranet on one of our old videos. There's a user, his name is his or her Zippity Doodah, and I haven't checked out their page yet, but they decided to go on to one of our videos titled, which video is it? The video, I can't look at it right now. It's like on the bridge of insanity. It's a video that you and I made when I was like all messed up for a weekend, and they watched the video and they decided to go on a commenting, randomly commenting and saying some really nasty things about people with bipolar, and they specifically attacked you, Maggie. Listen to this comment right here. I wonder why Maggie decided to have a kid when she knows she's this mentally ill. I mean, what will this child grow up witnessing, and what will she be afraid? Will she be afraid? Will she have mental illness too? They wrote that last night and they immediately deleted it, but it's still on my notifications, so I got to see that comment. And they proceeded to write some other comments earlier today. We'll get into those too. But what do you think about this bullshit, Maggie? She's telling you that you shouldn't be having children when you have mental illness. What do you think about that bullshit? It's fucked up.
I feel that it's no one's place to say who or who shouldn't have children. I have a disability just like somebody with diabetes or with alcoholism. For instance, and it's treatable as long as you are willing to go through treatments.
They got no right. They have no right to tell you should or shouldn't have a kid, or you shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't get married because. And not only
that, but basing my entire mental health on my manic episodes and not knowing me and knowing that I've been in treatment for 4 years solid and have been taking my medications, and as far as a year I've been strict with my medications. And yes, there are unfortunate bystanders. My daughter has not been one of them. And my mania, this is her. She just woke up. Okay. She's not happy, so
hey Audrey. I could cut this, and like I could film another thing later, and then we could combine the two. Do you want to do that, or is she okay?
She just fell back asleep. So.
Okay. All right, sweet. Look at this is my response to what they said last night. I said, I saw your comment from last night too. Why should we not strive for a normal life with husband, wife, and kids? Don't we deserve happiness too? We're trying to live our best life, dude. Our patterns are different, but we're all trying to make it to the end, which is true. And I said it before. I think this person's a bigot. There's some other comments we're gonna read that they wrote too, but nobody has any right to have control over another person's happiness. We live in the United States of goddamn America. We have the freedom to live our best life, right?
Right.
This guy's a piece of shit.
Not even knowing that not only do I have to manage my own health, my own mental health with appointments and follow through, but I have to manage a whole nother life, my daughter's, and I do that every day, and it's really not
you're a great mother.
Concern.
No.
Whether I'm fit to be a parent, that would be the state, me, and God to make those decisions.
Yep.
And he really like embodies all of the negative stigma around mental health. Like, he, in essence, is that movement of regression and not progression of learning of mental illness, but just denouncing it and making it, beneath a standard.
He's demonizing us.
Yes. And he doesn't know us. He doesn't know anyone with postpartum depression, which is part of my diagnosis. It's not something that people choose to do. Like alcoholism, you have to, choose to drink. And diabetes, you have to choose what you eat. Like, you can't choose your chemical imbalance in your brain.
Exactly.
And as long as you're following through with your medications and your therapies and all of that, as long as you're doing that, you're a good parent who loves their child, who loves themselves.
Yep.
And as long as you love yourself and you love your child,
it shouldn't matter that you have. It doesn't matter that you have a diagnosis.
right? Like, what is my daughter gonna see? She's gonna see me struggle with something so great, but she's gonna see me overcome.
And you have overcome. And we might, and we might relapse. That's part of the condition. The meds might not sustain forever. The living condition, like we might lose people, we might lose supports in a lifetime, and it's gonna be an up and downhill battle the rest of our lives. Like we're doing good right now, but like it's possible, and that's part of the condition. That's all I gotta say.
Right, and my daughter is happy, healthy.
Look at that angel.
She is clean. She is taking care of her hair's brushed. Her teeth are brushed.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter's taken care of.
Right.
And I've never even considered that, what she might see or what she might. All I consider is what I can do.
Yeah.
To prevent any of that.
This guy says that you and I, he says, we're the blind leading the blind. He said that. That was another one of his comments. And then he
Which is crazy.
I know. Like, I was pretty nutso that video, but since then I've really made a recovery since then, and I'm on the right meds. I'm living independently. I'm not going around endangering people's lives like this guy makes it seem like. Listen to this. This is his last comment. He put, "My friend's daughter had this one bipolar friend. She bullied my friend's daughter because she wouldn't take her cats," whatever that means. "Then the bipolar girl got her friends on Facebook to attack her. Throughout the years, this bipolar girl did awful things. She kidnapped the friend's 12-year-old sister to go across state lines to meet some guy she met on Tinder. Then she wonders why she got out from the entire family who tried to help her." And that's his whole basis, is this person that some story he heard through somebody, his friend's daughter. And is this one thing that happened, that just so happened to be a bipolar person, is supposed to be an example of all of us? One person. How many evil people are there in the world? Pedophiles, people that kill people, and you're gonna point to this one thing that happened with a bipolar person and say that all bipolar people are evil. Like that's what I'm getting from this. Complete bullshit.
Back to the blind leading the blind. It's all perspective, and it's all what you've learned from other people. And I think that when you meet somebody who's also mentally ill and finding that like bond,
like you and I.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like we can vibe about it, and it makes you feel not so alone. And you know, I've done some things when I was manic that I'm not proud of, and it like does leave a bad taste in my mouth, but all I could do is try to live my best life now. And not only was I bipolar when I was doing these things, and manic when I was doing these things, I was not diagnosed. I was not seeing a therapist. I was not seeing a psychiatrist. I was not on medication. And I was young as hell.
Yeah, yeah, your first time, you were like, what, 23 or something? 21?
First time I was in the hospital, I was 25.
25, okay.
24.
Ouch.
But had I known then what I know now, I would have definitely gone about things a different way. And it sucks that people got hurt along the way. I've tried to make my amends to them, but if they don't accept that, all I can do is just try to be a better person today.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've proven that I can sustain this because I have, and it's just such a shame that there's just so many backwards people that take one instance and ruin it for everybody.
Yeah. I know tons of people with mental health problems, and they can't, like, I don't want to break it down into different diagnoses, but when a person's like in crisis, like they might do some things that are like out of this world, maybe out of control. Like you can't make an excuse for it, but that they're not doing it on purpose to be evil people. Like we're not evil people. We're just people like anybody else. We get stressed out. We react. People do. Anybody without diagnosis or not, people do bad things. It has nothing to do with it being because of a mental illness. It just blows my mind that he can just say we're all evil people. We all have these problems. I'm gonna cut this soon, but this is some bullshit. We could go. I can go on and on about this. It's just you can't stare. We're not stare. You can't. I don't know. What do you think? You can't
change everyone's opinion. All you can do is try to level and humble yourself and love yourself and forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And try to educate people, and that's it.
If somebody bothers you, you stay away from them. If they have a mental illness, if they have this and that, if somebody bothers you, I guess you should just stay away from them. Regardless of if they have mental health problems, whatever.
I just want to
don't put us all into one little box. We are complicated people.
We're trying. Most of us are trying to lead a normal life.
That's all we want to do is we want to live a normal life. We don't want to live in a hospital. We don't want to. We want to be like everybody. We want to be like everybody else. There's nothing wrong with us. Everybody's a little bit different.
Yep.
Everybody's a little bit different. All right, cool. I'm gonna cut it. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you.
We'll talk again soon. Bye.
Bye.